Guys, welcome back to another episode of Magco Whitetails with me, Brandon. Today I am going to give you guys my routine, my little regiment that I do through deer season. So you've spent all summer shooting, you can't stop shooting now, you have to keep shooting while you're hunting. So this is my little mini regiment that I do throughout the whole deer season, 3 to 4 times, maybe 5 times a week if I can, and it keeps me dialed in and able to make that shot when it counts. So let's jump into it. There's 4 tips, things I do, and we'll jump right into it and get to that. If you're looking for some deer videos this year, hit that like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our 2024 action. We have some cool ones from the past too. We've had some good luck, been blessed a few, so hit that like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the action. All right guys, so what I want you to do to start out with is mark 20, 30, and 40 down. So if you can't probably see it here, I have 20, 30, and 40 marked, and 40 is going to be my max that I'm going to shoot right now. Now it doesn't mean always, but that's going to be where we're going to start. So mark your 20, 30, and 40, and then we'll go on to the next one. All right guys, I got 20 marked out on the yardage to my little dice over here. It's with that arrow that's sticking up in the ground. I don't know if you can see it back there or not. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to go about 5-10 yards away from your arrow, from your bag where you're shooting. And then I just want you to throw an arrow. And then throw another arrow a little bit farther. So now you know that those arrows are somewhere in between roughly 18 for the far one, maybe 17, and then about 15. So now we're guessing. I don't want you to use the rangefinder, don't want you to find out. There's plenty of times when the deer is going to come in and you're not going to have enough time to tell where that deer is, but you're going to know, hey, I marked that tree at 20 yards. He looks like he's about 17, 16, maybe about 15, or there's a trail coming, you mark a tree that's 20 yards. If they come on that trail, I know they're 16, so I don't have to shoot it. I'm ready to go. I don't have to range it every time. I know, and this will get you more dialed in with, hey, how far off am I? If my pin's at 20, well, what's my 15 shooting? So we're getting a little range going here, and this is what we're going to start with. So let's go shoot those shots. All right, guys, like I said, we know this one is somewhere close because we're about 5 or 6 yards maybe in front of that 20-yard arrow right there. So we're probably about roughly, I don't know, probably 15, maybe 14-ish. So we're going to play it like that. Good shot. So I'm on to the right track here. All right, so now we know that one was probably about 15. You know, our 20s here are only a couple steps away, so we're probably about 17 here, but we're guessing. We're guessing because we're so close here, and we're just wanting to get a feel for what these shots are like without actually ranging them. Another good one. Maybe a tad bit low, but I can adjust for that because I was with this 20-yard pin, so it kind of dropped a little bit. Well, I might have been aiming a little bit low. So let's go to the 20-yard here, and now let's shoot from 20 at the dot. What we know we shot all summer long for the most part. Right on the money. Now we've built confidence all the way from 15 to 20, because I've had multiple deer where I've shot them at 8, 9 yards. So you can even start this at 5 yards if you want. Just give yourself something, throw them out there. No. So let's go back and keep going with this. Okay, so I know right here is 20. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take 3 more arrows, and we're gonna just give them a little toss. Now we're pretty far back. We got roughly a 25, 27, and then maybe a 29er. We're not going to use the rangefinder to find out. We're going to guess the shot and see how we do with learning what our yardage actually looks like instead of ranging it. If you want to mark out 20, 30, 40, so you know to get started with. Right here we're probably about 25, so let's see where our pins go. That was a pretty good one. I think dead center on that. Let's jump back to the next one. And we're about 27-ish here, give or take a few. another pretty good one. And maybe about 38, 30, or 28, 29 here. So we're gonna aim with the 30 pin, maybe low of the dot would be my guess. A little left, but right on center wise of what we're gonna want. So you're gonna go all the way back to what you feel comfortable with. If you only feel comfortable shooting to 30, well then only do it to 30. If you feel comfortable with 40 like I do this all the way back to 40. So that's step one of what we do with the routine throughout the deer season. Let's jump into step two. All right guys, step three is this simple. I feel comfortable shooting a deer at 40 yards with my bow. Not shooting him with a gun, I'm not shooting him with a crossbow. With my bow and how I have it set up is 40. You might be different. So here's what I want you to do. Whatever you feel comfortable with, it's 40 for me. I want you to go back 10 yards. And this will work really well if you have a slider pin where you can go back and adjust it. But the basic theory here is I want you to shoot it farther than what you're comfortable with because it'll get you out of that comfort zone. So I have a pin at 20, 30, 40, 50, and I'm gonna shoot the 51 now. A little low, but only about, I don't know, about inch maybe or low, so it's not bad for a first one. That one was a little bit lower than the first one, so let's adjust here on the third one and see what we're doing wrong. But like I said, we're out of our comfort zone here, which is good because that's what we want to create. It makes those 20, 30 yard shots feel real easy. It's about another inch low or so not too bad. At 50 yards, which I don't feel comfortable killing a deer with at that's not bad. So we're gonna shoot this maybe 5, 10 times, and if you wanna go back, if you have a slider, go back. Make it harder for yourself. That's the key, is to make it harder for yourself so that 20, 30, 40, whatever you feel comfortable at, makes it feel like an easy shot. So that's step two. Let's jump into step three. All right, so as you guys noticed by now, we are up a little bit higher. We are in the tree. Started saddle hunting 2 years ago, and I love it. It's a lot, but it takes a lot of practice in my mind. But that's gonna be step three, is I want you guys to practice what you're shooting out of. Even if you're shooting out of a ladder stand, go up there, bring your target, take it 20, 30 yards, practice it. Now I have the luxury of doing it in a backyard here, which is great. I can get up in a tree and I can saddle hunt essentially. But I got the target out there 20 yards and I'm gonna practice from the tree. So let's see how it goes. A little bit low, but listen, that's probably because we've been shooting at a target on the ground this entire time, which is pretty typical. So if you are shooting a little low, then maybe you need to sight it in while you're in the tree and get it set there. Now I might have just pulled that a little bit low, so let's see what we got going on here. That one was pretty much dead nuts. So I'm dialed in up here. I'm gonna take, usually on this, now I don't do this in the same round as I'll do step one. You know, if I can get out in a tree, great. It's a setup, you gotta get the whole thing set up. So I will come out here and maybe do this once, maybe twice a week if I get the chance throughout the season. And it just gets you a little bit more comfortable in there. Even if you're shooting 5 shots before you go hunting, just 5, just go shoot 5 out of your saddle if you got a backyard where you can do it or somewhere where you can do it. So I'm blessed to be able to do it here, but like I said, this is just getting reps in. This is all it is getting used to shooting out of a saddle, used to shooting out of a hang-on or a ladder. because it's all different. It's different keys here. Now, it's not as hard to shoot out of a hang-on or a ladder as it is as a saddle, because there's different positions you can spin around in, but you're going to want to practice all of those because you don't know what's going to happen. If there's one thing that's a for sure in the deer woods is, there's no for sures. You don't know if they're going to come there, you know if they're going to come here. You have no idea. So practice everything. That's what this video is you're going to do this the year long while the season's going. You keep practicing. So let's jump into step 4 here, and then we'll wrap up the video. All right, guys, my 4th and final tip is to shoot in inclement weather. So like today, it's raining out here, it's windy. I'm out here shooting because this is probably what I'm going to be hunting, and this is good hunting weather is where deer come out. It's also a little bit cold out here. I'm out hunting when it's a little bit cold. So throughout the season, even if it's bad weather, get out there and shoot in it, because you never know when you're going to have that day off of work and you want to go out and shoot, and you want to hunt in that weather. So it prepares you to be able to shoot with it. Shoot with your gloves on, shoot with your coat on, shoot with all that on, because it's going to be a little bit different than you being out here in a t-shirt and shooting like that. So right now, I mean, sometimes if I catch a day that's in the 60s in the summer, which doesn't happen a whole lot, maybe I'll throw on my coat and gloves and go shoot for 20 minutes out there, do my routine doing that. So that's the 4th and final step. This, I will hope, will help you guys kill more deer ethically, make better shots, because that's what we all want to do as bow hunters. We want these deer to die as quickly as possible. We want it to be the easy, you know, track job, everything in there, and that only starts with a good shot. You know, there's other things that go along with it, but good shot is the first thing that's going to happen. So this video is going to help you. You do this routine, it's going to help you. You can tell it's windy out here. I'm out here shooting in it. It's good. It's going to be windy when I hunt. I like the wind when I hunt. So if you don't want to miss any of the action from our season this year, 2024 season, hit that like and subscribe. Do this routine throughout the entire deer season. I bet you will see that you will probably not miss a deer unless you're making dumb shots or you're just nervous because it's a huge buck, which I can't really help you with that one. You got to calm yourself down. So hit that like and subscribe if you want some more of this action. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks.